Listen anywhere, anytime. All your music, no interruptions. YouTube Red.
Look, I just got the letter on Friday, and I didn't know how to tell you.
Hello. Purple.
Hey Caroline, just about to get things started, everybody on the stream as well. Just getting some teams all set up. We're going to run an intro real quick, and then we're going to come back with everybody.
Woot. Also, we are waiting for Mason to load up Overwatch.
Hello everybody, welcome to DOJO Season 3. Today joining me in the commentator's booth is Caroline.
Ooh, hello.
We're going to get a pre-game interview here with Nano because he won 3 games last time, so we're going to pull him up into here right now, and Caroline's got a few questions as well as myself, but here we go.
I can't represent anything.
Well,
Oh,
we just cut you off from your sentence, Nano.
We just cut you off. We have a pre-game interview.
That's funny because they were
right
saying
now.
represent the team, and I said I can't represent anything.
Wow.
Alright, Caroline, take it away.
Okay, so I just heard that you won 3 matches last dojo. Are you excited, and are you gonna bring that pump this time around? Do you think you're gonna help your team out and win some more matches?
I'm absolutely garbage at King of the Hill, but I could dominate a payload.
Okay, alright, that's some good confidence to have. What is your most looked forward to map that you think that you're gonna be the best at, especially for this dojo?
I think. Wait, are we doing attack escort, or is it just
escort? Just escort.
Just escort.
Dorado has the best landscape for who I play.
Okay.
That's true.
Dorado's really nice.
Do you have a particular character based on who you play that you like the most on Dorado, though, over others? McCree.
McCree's hard. McCree's difficult. I'm excited to see how this is gonna work out. Good luck with all of this, Nano.
Thank you.
And teams are getting a bit switched up in the actual creative game that's being put together. So make sure you see who's on your teammates so you can see who's gonna help you out here and who's not.
Coordinate. Best of luck, Nano.
Thank you.
Alrighty, everybody. So we're back here in the game. Bunny, if you want to join in for the next game or next couple games, just get on the Discord, at me and message me telling me what team you want to be on, Hanzo or Lucio. So we're going to be playing right now, starting our first match. So make sure this is all good. Yeah, and these are the teams: Crusader, Okami, Nano Dragon, Destruction, and Shuxby on Team 2, with Mini Ninja, Mr. Mitch, Stig, I'm just going to say Stig, I don't know how to say his last part, Captain Gus, and Brick Burner. All very good players. I try to make the first match as even as possible. I think these guys can do quite well on this map. Team 2 should be attacking here. We're going to get started.
Woo! Exciting. And I love Dorado. Dorado's probably one of my favorite maps. So I'm excited to see how this is going to work out for all of these amazing players. You can utilize so many different parts of Dorado.
Yep.
Ooh.
Also, since it's a 5v5, we are keeping Bastion allowed in this. Before, when it's a 4v4 or under, we are going to disable Bastion, Torbjorn, Symmetra. And if we have a 3v3, we'll be disabling Pharah and Doomfist as well, just to make it fair and what's fun for everybody, because a Bastion is seemingly a must pick in a 4v4 or under situation, because he's so hard to counter when he has a shield behind him, because he's able to put out so much damage there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And we got a minute before the game is starting here. I think I have...
I'm seeing some interesting choices here. So we have Mitch on a Junkrat, which I'm going to be excited to see.
Mitch does play a bunch of different heroes here. Junkrat is one of them. Stig, I know, does play quite a lot of Ana. That's his go-to character, which is interesting because Midi Ninja is also there, but it looks like he's going to be taking that Winston position here. We got them all setting up. We got Brickburner on that Tracer again. Got Captain Gus on that Reinhardt as ever. Looks like we got George setting up behind him as Bastion. They're all jockeying up. It looks like a lot of them are trying to get top. Set up. Mason is also on a Reinhardt. So this should be interesting here.
Oop. I think they're gonna go ahead and rush to the top here.
Looks like they're gonna be holding bottom instead of top here with all the teams.
Oop.
Captain Gus here in the front, trying to block some damage right away. Brickburner trying to go around the back, go for Dom, who's in Mercy. He's flying up with his team. Bastion has not noticed him yet. Nobody's apparently helping him out right now. Dom's trying to get away. Nano Dragon finally is trying to get on Brickburner. Here, as you're going back behind everything right there. He's trying to take Brick out here. Brick's trying to go for that health pack, and he does manage to get it. He's trying to blink away, but he goes down to Nano rather quickly. We got Okami on Diva up in the front line, trying to take out Midi Ninja, keeping their Bastion alive.
Wow.
And Akami's going to take out 2 with the help of the Bastion. It's just gonna be Stig here.
Stig's not gonna have a good.
He's gonna go down. But we got Captain Gus going in there swinging, but he's gonna be taking out another kill in the kill feed for Akami. Brick's gonna be swashing over to Soldier here, playing that Bastion comp.
They didn't get stuck in that part, you know?
Yeah.
Nice, good push.
Brick goes down to George here on the Crusader Bastion. He's making it right now. They're making a crusade through this first part of Dorado.
Especially with Crusader as Bastion right now. And I haven't really seen anyone try to bring him down, and I feel like that's going to be their downfall if they really can't.
They're having a hard time getting in there, but right now Mr. Mitch does have his ult here. He might be looking here to stop their push and take away that momentum, because setting up back up on the cart is always a hard time for them. He's going to be going around in the back here, and he gets taken out, unfortunately. Unable to get it. He's going to be low on health. He's going to have to back up here. Captain Gus is down as well. Mini Ninja's trying to get some health. Fly away from that Diva Bomb on the other side. We got 3 ults still left for the red team. Nano Dragon is going to try to take out one, but gets taken out by Mitch. But Shuckspeed does manage to take out Midi Ninja. Get him out of that Diva. Looks like we got Captain Gus on Roadhog possibly trying to pull, but it looks like he's getting staggered quite a bit here.
And Stig went down there from that Bastion. Yeah, no one's really finding a way to take this Bastion down.
Yeah, that's why on, especially when these lower player games, it's very hard to defend against the payload unless you're able to get them off of that. So we might see the same thing on the other side as of yet.
Oop. Yeah,
Nano Dragon trying to go in, take out Stig.
Is going to be a bit.
Looks like the ult goes down from Shucksby.
He have a Diva ult. Doesn't quite claim anyone. Oh, it took the other Diva suit. That's fantastic. That'll help Okami out and the rest of his team very well.
This is a very hard comp to go against.
Yeah, the shielded Bastion is working to their greatest benefit.
They also got a pharmacy working well with as well, getting anybody that's trying to flank. Dom doing a good job of trying to keep Akami up. He goes in there a little bit too far, but he keeps up most of the rest of his team here. No one's actually gone down yet, but Brick does go down for the other side. Mitch does manage to get him out of the suit.
A couple meters here to the end.
Got 2 ults here. We got the Bastion ult popping now, but he goes down right away.
Yeah.
A bunch of ults coming out. Mitch takes out Okami, and then there goes Shucksby. This last point is always really hard to get. They make a good halt there. It might be hard to get that Bastion back onto the point now. This could be the difference between a win and a loss here.
See if they could hold it for 4 minutes.
Nano is trying to hide behind, possibly trying to get that C9, that back cap. He's trying to pick one off as they come back. Brick does go to half health, but that's going to just fuel Midi Ninja, who's now on Mercy. Not a character he normally plays, but he can usually do a pretty good job on there. Brick goes down to Nano.
Team rushing on in.
Midi Ninja has a chance to res here, but he goes down. He decides not to res. This could be it right here. Captain Gus, one of the only people on the point. Brick is coming out of spawn right now. And here comes the ult from George.
That was a fantastic ult from Nano Dragon there. Really up in the end, we have an ult from Crusader.
And that's going to be end of it there.
That's it. They kept that. That's fantastic.
That might have been a little bit of a misplay on Kevin for not resing those 2 people. I think he wanted to wait a little bit longer to see if he could actually get a couple more. But unfortunately, that's going to be the end here of this round.
Mr. Mitch writing, I'm starting to see a pattern. Wonder what pattern you're seeing, Mr. Mitch.
So far, Nano has always been on the winning side. Right now, it seems like his streak is going to be alive. But, however, we got the attacking side possibly doing the same exact thing, just the other way around. So far, they got the same comp. The only thing they're missing is... what were they missing? Oh, they're going to go double shields. Orisa. I think Kevin's trying to impress Spooky Poops in the chat here.
Oh. Or maybe not.
No, it looks like he's going to go back to Diva. It was just a little bit of a joke.
Maybe he did it for the flair.
Everybody knows Orisa's an awful hero. Just kidding, Spooky. Welcome, Galaxy Gamer. Thanks for joining the Discord. Next week, you're more than welcome to be a part of DOJO and help out Team Hanzo and Team Lucio. However, if you do say hashtag Team Hanzo or Team Lucio in chat, it will give you points for that team.
Choose wisely. Oh.
Unfortunately, someone might be having to leave here. Brick does. And we might have to sub someone in. I might have to go play for Brick here. Carolina.
I can hold this off if you... Please pause. Oh, Mitch, it's okay.
I don't know what the pause command. I think it's Alt and F. No, I don't know. I'm just gonna swap over for now.
Go ahead.
Alrighty. No. I want to move me right here. Alright, looks like I'm filling in for Brick right now. What do I need? We need a healer. I will be going on Mercy for right now. Can we have Spooky or Dirt?
Oh, there we go.
Nah, I don't. I think that's less fair than me playing right now.
Yeah, Nano Dragon using his Pharah very well to make sure that he could take down that Bastion, so they don't really play the same way that his team played last, pushing. So it was very good on his part to keep them at bay.
Looks like we actually have a couple people able to sub in, so we're gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna sub. I'm gonna invite someone. Can you?
Minute of mercy. That's it.
Mr. Frosty, I'm gonna invite this person because they seem to be more fair. Because then I can commentate then.
Yeah, red team nicely keeping them at bay.
Unfortunately, Brick is not going to get any points for this game, unfortunately. He'll get half points if his team wins. But we got Mr. Frosty jumping in. I should probably take a look at their... We might get Chris in back here because I don't know if Mr. Frosty is actually enabled or in this game yet. Or registered for Dojo. Captain Gus trying to do some work here.
Yelling Reinhardt is my mood always.
Yelling Reinhardt.
Yeah. His maniacal laugh. Is that all? Ooh, Mr. Mitch sitting as a Bastion back here, actually getting some kills before he goes down. Bastion versus Bastion is always
if we can take out that Reinhardt real quick, but it looks like Midi Ninja is going to be going down. Stig's trying to get on him here, but Mason is going to go down to Mr. Frosty right afterwards. They still do not have a healer, actually, but that little bit of extra DPS seems to allow them to push up. However, Nano Dragon is hiding cleverly behind with his ult right now, but he gets noticed by Stig. Looks like they're going to have an aerial battle. Nano's going to be trying to regroup with his team. Midi Ninja coming back up on the Zenyatta.
Yeah.
That is kind of true, Kong. I was very distracted with the people messaging me. Looks like a couple ults down, but Dom is going to be ulting here to bring him back up. Stig does have his ult, however, and he's going to unload on the team here, taking out three people, one suit, or two people in one suit. However, his team is not really here to follow up. If they can get here quickly, they might be able to push this cart here. Stig has got hit by a fire strike there, damage boosted one at that. He looks like he's going to drop for that health pack real quick. They might be able to overwhelm them and push in here. Mitch is going to be jumping onto Torbjorn now instead. Brick unfortunately was not able to stay for that game. It might cost them here. Frosty does take out Nano Dragon rather well here though.
Kami out of suit.
Mr. Mitch trying to rush in, almost gets that, but does get taken down by the High Noon here. Okami desperately trying to get his suit back. Getting a bunch of damage, he's about to get it here. Nano Dragon coming in from behind here, trying to regroup with his team. Captain Gus does get a big pin on the other Reinhardt, and he takes him out with the help of Midi Ninja. Nano Dragon time to do some damage to Captain Gus. He's gonna focus on Midi Ninja right here. But Stig doing a pretty good job keeping him alive for a while, but then the Bastion comes in and ruins everything. And it might be game point right here.
Mr. Mitch getting overtime here.
Mr. Frosty on the Mei now.
Yikes.
Causing a bunch of stall, maybe allowing his team to get back in. They're about to touch the point. Stig gets on. Oh, he gets hammered down right in front of the point.
Right before the point. Ooh, that's got to
And that's going to be game. Alrighty. that's going to be game 1 for everybody. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a miscommunication with Brick. Mr. Frosty, thanks for jumping in there, doing your best with what you could do. Got a couple good picks here.
Play of the game.
Play of the game goes to Nano Dragon.
Yeah.
Which Pharaoh was fantastic. He did a fantastic job on his Pharaoh here.
Nano does a good job as DPS in general. If you can get a good team around him, he can usually do a lot of work, as long as you keep him from going a little bit too far in.
Will Dom get that 5th vote?
Epic.
There we go. Upvote your healers, guys.
Remember to tip your healers, everybody. Alright, we're going to be backing out of this lobby, switching up the teams. Dirt wants to play quite a bit right now. We might let him in if he only plays Mercy. You gotta get on the Discord.
Only Mercy?
Yeah, because that's the least. Like, you could do a lot, but he doesn't play Mercy.
Is he better with every other character?
Probably any character that does damage. Zenbala, if you guys 1v1 right now, it won't count. But we will. I want to schedule it so I know when it's happening and I know what the scores is. But if you want to do that, that's definitely something you can do. Alrighty. So I think I got some
fights here.
So we're gonna just be trying to get some people in that seem to be ready to jump in here.
Make it a 6v6 team?
Possibly. I think we might have
okay.
S'more Slab jumping in, and Frosty will be saying, I think we might get Red Hawk in here as well, so we'll have a full 6v6 for these last 2 games, which could be rather interesting having that full slots in. Please ban Bastion.
Dirt saying I'm top 1% Mercy. I'd love to see this, Dirt. I have 20 hours. Okay, Casson. You know, you've seen some stuff if you have 20 hours on Mercy, to be honest.
Yep.
Like it's not like a huge amount, but you've still seen stuff. You've probably gone through the lows of being a Mercy.
Yep.
You probably had a good res once, and you're like
A good res once.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got.
Yeah, but
Red
we know
Hawk
that
coming in.
Boostio has already won.
And let me just get some people in here. Mr. Frosty here is joining Team Hanzo, and we got S'more Slab joining Team Lucio.
Yay!
Unfortunately, Dirt, there might not be a spot. I said you could join, but I might have to take that back. I feel bad. Where's S'more Slab? Oh, there he is. Team Lucio.
You have 300 what, Dirt?
Dirt has 300 minutes on Mercy.
300 minutes. Only minutes.
Yeah, 5 hours. I don't think Red Hawk is actually on right now, but S'more Slap is. No, Red Hawk is already in game. I'm going to open the spectator lobby to have as many people as you want, though. I have to go in order of people.
Here's also Diva rushing down squishies and blocking everything. Oh, that tends to be what divas do. And with this new DPS Diva that we're going to be getting in the new patch,
DPS
it's
Diva should be
even
fun.
more fantastic.
Also, the Mercy is overpowered as hell right now.
Excited to see. I mean, they're probably going to tweak her a bit more before they actually give her to us. But I'm excited to see what the final product we're going to get for Mercy is. Because it's different, it's new, it's scary, it's unfortunate, but also pretty awesome.
Alright, let's mix with the teams a little bit here. After I put in the scores of everybody that won that round, let's see. Captain Gus got 0 points for that one. Midi Ninja got 13 points. Dom got 13 points. Mr. Mitch got 13 points. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong... Wait, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong team a little bit. Lady Ninja, Captain Gus got 0. Stig got 0.
He ruined Mercy 5-man rest because it's easy. Unfortunately, Caston, you're not wrong.
Stig got
That is
0.
what happened.
Frosty got 0. Yeah, and then Red Hawk wasn't in yet. Crusader got 13 points. Okami got 13 points. A lot of new people here today actually getting some points in. Who left right now? Okay, so I guess Dirt is in here for right now. So Dirt is actually making his way in. Dirt has to play Mercy. Okay, Iron Baptist was not here today, unfortunately. Neither was Kong Man. Brick got 0 points, unfortunately, because not there. Hyrillian was not here. Mason got 13 points, and Nano Dragon got 13 points. Okie dokie.
But some bruh. Oh. Bruh Mercy.
Because the reason we're doing that for Dirt is because Dirt is a master, almost grandmaster level player. I personally feel like he plays the skill of a grandmaster player with a lot of different characters. So let's switch up the teams here, move them around. Gotta switch up with who plays with who. Let's do Crusader Red Hawk.
I got 61 hours on Hanzo. Dirt.
That's mostly quick play.
6 hours on Genji. This is a fantastic four. No. So we have Hanzo, Genji, then Ana, and then Sombra. Like this is
Sombra is the only person he plays now, though, in competitive. All right, everybody. I think we're just about ready to get going. We're gonna do one interview. We're gonna get Crusader in here because he did a good job on Bastion. Let's see what the strategy was for there. Okay, we're just gonna give Dirt the ability to join his team.
Okay, now I'm understanding the whole he can only play Mercy thing. Okay. These stats and these hours on these people is fantastic.
Brick will be able to join the next game for Dirt, unless somebody else has to drop out. But let's pull in Crusader. Where is he? I can't find. Am I blind? Oh, there he is.
Oh,
hey, George.
Sombra is actually Mercy.
Hey, George.
Hi, George.
We have a little bit of a post-game interview real quick before we actually jump into the action again. You were playing Bastion primarily the whole time there.
Yeah.
What was the strategy going into that? Did you really talk about going Bastion? What was going on over there?
We were sort of, Paul wanted to play D.Va, and then we had a Mercy, and we had a Pharah. And then they were like, hey, let's be scumbags and go Bastion Reinhardt. So we were just like, okay, let's go with it, since it's actually allowed in 5v5s.
5v5 and 6v6s, yeah.
We were just like, you know, let's just go with it and see how it goes. And I was like, well, I'll play Bastion since I like playing Bastion, because I'm a scumbag. So, and it actually turned out, it worked. It was fun.
Yeah, and unfortunately we had Brick leaving a little bit. It was a little unfortunate, which there's nothing he could do. He'll be back after this next game, I believe.
We did have I can't remember his name.
You had Nano Dragon.
Nano Dragon and Pharah?
Nano Dragon was on Pharaoh, yeah.
Yeah, so he set out while they didn't have a fifth.
Yeah.
And then
that was nice of you.
That worked out.
Brick is back, by the way.
He is back, but we have a full game, and he got here afterwards. So we'll let him play for the third game, and if nobody else drops out, we'll kick Dirt out again. Because Dirt technically is not a part of this, and that's why he's only playing Mercy. So if you see him off of Mercy for any reason, that's an instant win for your team.
All right.
Because put him on Sombra, you guys will feel very silly about yourselves.
And Paul is also talking about his ping not being good, so he's asking to be replaced for this game.
Okay, yeah. We can put Brick in for Paul.
Yeah.
And then we'll get Brick back in.
Yeah, so really,
Thanks for letting us know.
Specific strategy. It was more of just a...
Just work well as a team.
Let's do it, yeah. We had good leadership from Nano. That was really good.
Good. Well, best of luck in your next game.
Thank you very much.
Oh, sweet. And the switch out worked out nicely.
Yep. Alrighty, you got Akami spectating right now. We're gonna jump in right back into the action here. We're on Route 66.
Route 66.
Actually, one of my favorite payload maps. I think personally, I think there's actually quite a lot of people that like it, just because I feel it's an easier map to play for tanks. There's a lot of what you could do positioning wise around this corner, either on the ground or up on the gas station. You can play Bastion quite well, and I do like playing Bastion. It just doesn't happen very often. Also, that side.
This is a good map for Bastions. I feel. Why did I agree to this? Dirt, no.
Because he really wanted to play. So we're gonna actually take a second. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna look at Dirt's profile just to prove to everybody.
Yes, show everyone, please. This is fantastic.
3805 currently. He got it to 3946 is his season high, and I think that might be his career high as well. He has never gotten into Grandmaster, but he's been very, very close. He plays Sombra, he plays Genji, he plays Winston quite a bit. He can wreck some shit pretty easily, but he doesn't. His Mercy hours are 10 minutes this season. So we're gonna be looking at the teams here.
He does have to be a Mercy, but I feel like having Mr. Mitch on Zen and doing a 2-2-2, which I see both teams actually doing here. I feel like it'll work out nicely. He won't really hinder his team at all.
That's one of the things I'm proud to say DOJO is really good advocate of, is playing as a team, playing together, really learning the game, being able to be flexible, swap onto those counters, and do what's best for the team. They got a 2-2-2, a lot of good DPS, a lot of good damage, a lot of good tanking. We got them all pushing up here. Nano Dragon back on that Pharah, but S'more Slab takes down Mr. Mitch immediately. He is a very sneaky, very flanking heavy Junkrat, which is the most annoying thing to play with and against, because you never know where your Junkrat is. But Nano Dragon goes right down rather quickly to Mr. Frosty. I think he had a little bit of damage boost from Dirt there. Mini Ninja goes down to S'more Slap, taking another person out. Nano Dragon is going to swap to Doomfist here. He's going to be walking back in the team. S'more Slap, unfortunately, launches himself off the map, does some damage. Crusader does some damage to Mr. Frosty. They're taking him out. However, their Dom on Mercy got killed there in the process. So they are down a couple people. They don't have a heavy healer, just Red Hawk on the Zenyatta, who he plays quite a bit when he actually gets on the game.
Ooh, we have a Ryan battle happening in front of the payload here. Yikes! Captain Gus taking down Crusader.
Yeah. Dirt trying to fly around, keep his team up here. Dirt may not be able to do as much damage as he wants to, but he has very good positioning. He knows how to play the game. He plays against Mercy when he played Genji quite a lot, so he knows what his team and what he should be doing. S'more is trying to take out Dirt, who's got in his trap. He does take out, but gets taken out by Mini Ninja, who got rezzed by Dirt here. Mitch trying to battle Red Hawk on the cart here, and he gets taken down by Brick Burner, who's playing that Zarya position, which she does a very good job of.
The double res here in order to bring back his team. Ooh, and we have Mitch coming in with the Tranquility.
Gets caught in the trap though, so he doesn't fully get to push forward with it. They're having a hard time pushing this cart here. Both teams doing a pretty good job holding this point. Mr. Mitch in the back trying to help take out Crusader. Captain Gus manages to get that charge off, but it looks like Mr. Mitch is going to be going down here. And he goes down right away. Dirt is very low. getting taken out. It looks like the blue team is doing a really good job holding here. Mini Ninja trying to push up, but we got Nano Dragon pushing up as Doomfist in that corner.
Yep.
Mini Ninja trying to get a good position on it, but unfortunately wasn't able. But he gets taken out very quickly. Nano Dragon doing a lot of work again for his team with the.
Doomfist. Yeah.
But Stig's doing a really good job of keeping him alive, keeping damage off of him.
Dom knowing when to fly in and heal, especially with Nano still getting a lot of shield as a Doomfist. So this is fun to see. And then keeping the payload here. This might...
S'more almost has his ult as well, gonna bring it up to 5 ults to 3 ults.
Doomfist ult. Doesn't quite get anyone. And put him in a bad spot.
It looks like he's gonna be going down. Both Reinhardt's coming in. Captain Gus with the save there, blocking some of the damage that George was gonna do there. Canceling that ult because they no longer do damage to each other anymore. They just knock each other down. But this could be a big push here. But here comes the Transcendence, blocking a Stig trying to get up on that Mercy, try to take him out. All of them are kind of grouped up, but Stig is going to be chased down by Captain Gus there. Takes even more damage. Stig is very low. I wonder if he's there, how the communication is going on over there. Nano Dragon is doing a lot of work. Chris takes out Mr. Mitch, but then goes down to Mini Ninja.
Nano Dragon's down.
Stig's going to be knocked out. Dirt going to res Mr. Mitch. Dom's going to res 2 there, getting Nano Dragon and Red Hawk back up. Mini Ninja takes out a couple here. Chris does take out Mr. Mitch after a little bit of revenge. Captain Gus is very low. He's going to get taken out with a high noon. Very big fight on the point here. It looks
Red
like
team keeping it right here.
S'more trying to stall, do some work here. Dirt manages to get away from that rather safely. Looks like somebody's going to be walking into that trap, and that's going to be Mini Ninja. However, they only got a Diva. They might be able to catch this point here. Last second, but Nano Dragon is back on point, trying to take out Mini Ninja, going for the Mercy here. And he's going to be taken out. Just need a few more meters as long as they don't get taken off the point. But they do have both tanks back on the point here. We got Captain Gus coming back in here as well. They're doing a bunch of work here himself, actually jumping in and taking out the Reinhardt. He's going full Battle Mercy now. He wants to get some kills.
He's better get used to it.
That's why he's a DPS main.
When you reboot.
We got Red Hawk switching to Lucio here, trying to get his team back to the point quickly.
We had Stig running in the back there, but they found him quick and brought him down as Baby Diva.
Yep. Mr. Mitch on the cart here again. Our Crusader trying to defend his team from up on the high ground, but it doesn't look like a lot of people are with him right now.
Yeah, blue team's a bit staggered. Not really stopping the payload in this corner, but they do have another checkpoint up ahead that they might use to their advantage here.
Nano Dragon jumping back to his team quickly. They're gonna get onto that bridge. They got it halfway to the second point now, with 1.5 minutes left here. Nano's gonna be dropping down, but a good bubble from Brick protecting his team here, and he goes down to Mr. Frosty, doing a good job of countering Nano. We got S'more up on the high ground. George gonna take down 2. He's gonna go for the charge. He's gonna take out Mini Ninja. S'more's gonna be going for his ult here, trying to push back, but however, does not get anybody with that explosion. Dirt's going to be rezzing the 2 people that went down here. Captain Gus going for a big ult, but that doesn't hit anybody, unfortunately. He does charge right into a Crusader. S'more trying to take out Mr. Mitch, but Mr. Mitch is just floating away. We got big high noon in the back that gets blocked, I believe. Red team's going to have to try to get out and regroup. Throwing a bunch of ults out. Dirt's silently hiding back there. Dom has his res again. Dirt's at 50% on his ult right now.
Turning onto a Sombra here. See if that could help him out rather than his McCree that he had a second ago.
Dirt's going to be very upset and very critical of this Sombra play.
Probably.
Spooky, you're more than welcome to interview Dirt after this game. Yeah, because he said he wanted to.
We have Jonas coming in from the top. No one quite with him? Maybe they are coming with him? There we go.
There they go, up there. Red Hawk trying to maybe get a free boop in there, but he has to quickly get out of there. Got Sombra sneaking around, Nano Dragon and Captain Gus butting heads there, quite literally. Look, here comes the ult from Brickburner, but he's going to get shielded. Sombra trying to get in there, doesn't have the EMP yet. Doesn't have an EMP quite yet. He's only at 50% right now. Mini Ninja trying to do some damage here. Dom is sneaking away again. Does have his res up.
Get a tranquility here from Mr. Mitch. At least keep
Captain Gus getting a kill on Crusader. Only one person left on the point here right now. Smorslap's going to get 2 kills here right away. Smorslap doing a ton of work right now. And it's fortunately that's going to be on the bridge.
Here, but
it's not going to be able to do much.
Yeah, yikes. Oh no.
Captain Gus got his res again. Red Hawk is on the ground, but is unable to finish him off, I believe. Captain Gus trying to do as much worse as possible. Brick is on the cart. Frosty is actually quite close to his ult now.
Yeah, the rest of the team's back here.
Dirt does have his res as well, but George does now have his ult. Smorslap ult does get taken out.
Almost lost that overtime there with no one on the payload.
Here comes the EMP, possibly trying to push him back here. Not a lot of damage coming out for the team, though. Mitch on the Lucio now as well.
This is
tough. Here comes another long fight here. Nano Dragon taking out Mr. Mitch.
Whoop.
Frosty trying to get behind, possibly. He's keeping that point contested. That's going to be a big ult from Stig here, but it's going to get immediately rezzed. Nano trying to go in. Captain Gus with a long charge on Chris, taking him out. Dirt's going to be rezzing the 2. Nano Dragon taking out Mr. Frosty. Crusader taking out Captain Gus right back. Going to go for ult, and that's going to be end of it.
Wow.
That was a great coordinated ult, whether it was actually coordinated or not. That was still a pretty good push here. This map is a little bit harder to do. Reinhardt in 2017. Reinhardt is actually played quite a bit in the lower ranks. It's not as dead as you think it is, Spooky. One of the metas actually for a lot of different maps, particularly King's Row, is Doomfist Reinhardt. It's actually a really good combo because they both have insta-kills, both have great charges that can go in. Reinhardt goes in, the Doomfist will follow when they scatter. We got Chris on Torbjorn, Smorslap on Junkrat, got Dom on Mercy, got Nano on Bastion as well.
Excited to see this.
This might be an interesting hold here. Nobody likes the Bastion. Nobody likes to play against it, but it's so fun to play with. Brick, however, it will either pop off as Genji and destroy the Bastion here, or he's going to have a hard time. He's very on or off, but when he's on, he's going to wipe through most of your team unless you get a really good Winston on him.
We have Captain Gus here on a Lucio, rather than his normal Reinhardt.
That's usually his backup or his Mercy, but I think it's because
we're gonna see Mini Ninja on an Orisa. Okay.
Mini Ninja is actually picking up the Orisa spot, maybe trying to impress Spooky again for real this time. It's all about that positioning with Orisa. The whole thing is positioning. If you fuck it up once, you're probably screwing someone or yourself. Whether with this bad shield base, dying right here.
Oh no!
A bad shield placement. Or a bad positioning of yourself. Nano Dragon trying to cheese with the Bastion here. We got Chris on Hog this time, switching it up quite a considerable amount. The only person that really stayed in the same hero was George and Dom for that side. Everybody but Dirt, I think, switched up actually for the other side. We got George walking out with his shield up here. Not really sure. I think they're trying to get that Bastion on the cart, get a lot of momentum. A lot of teams actually have a hard time dealing with this. One of the things that are really good for it, however, is another Junkrat. If they could possibly get a Junkrat in there or a Hanzo, do a lot of work. Smorslap getting a quick kill on Mr. Frosty. Mini Ninja here, but unfortunately I think someone might go down there. They're trying to keep people healed up. Mr. Mitch trying to get up quick there and do some damage on the Bastion, but I think they're going to have to get a little bit more coordinated if they want to do that. Either pull the Bastion out of position.
Yeah, Mr. Mitch out of his suit, so he's not really doing much, especially this early on in the game. He's pushing back so he can get his suit back.
Well, we know one thing, however, if we're getting a bunch of 6v6s nowadays, people are going to be very good at dealing with Bastions. At the end of this, if nothing else. Bastion and Doomfist probably. Dom, however, got his ult seemingly immediately.
Especially with the Roadhog, pocketing will get you to that ult very quickly. So rezzing that Bastion in the Ana.
Smorslaps did go down to Dirt there in a 1v1 situation. Dirt hit a bunch of shots. Gonna get pulled in, but get taken out by Brickburner with the help of Mr. Frosty. We've got a bunch of ults actually showing up around this first point. This first point can actually be quite difficult to take for the attacking side because getting to that cart and actually getting around that corner, they did a good job of taking out that Bastion. But however, he does have ult here. Going to be coming for it. And Smorslap has been getting doing a lot of work, but has been doing a very poor job on his ults. I don't think he's gotten one, but Nano Dragon is coming in
behind with his ult. But easily getting rezzed by Dirt over here.
Dirt was ready for it. He heard the ult coming in, but however, he does take out their tank, Midi Ninja, but Frosty does take out Dom, catching him from behind. Nano trying to stay alive on the cart with help from Stig, but we got that Diva up in his face. Gets managed to take it out. This could be quite a roll. The red team might have to back up and try to hold for the next point. Captain Gus trying to get out of there, but he gets taken out. Another one by Nano. This could be the momentum they need. Finally able to get on the cart. We got Red Hawk on Winston now.
Yeah.
Trying to take out the
Double
Genji.
shields might help, especially with this Bastion that they're trying to make work on this cart here.
Chris knew he had to deal with Genji that Brick is putting out, but he does have his Nano Blade here, and it looks like it might be popping out, and it gets taken out immediately.
Getting Helix, and yeah.
But there's actually a miscommunication, I think, on their team, because Mr. Frosty did kill Smorslap, and then the bombs from killing Smorslap killed Brick.
Killed Genji, yes.
Killed his own teammate here. Dirt's trying to maybe possibly get his res in here.
Ooh, Crusader. Bringing them both down and pinning Captain Gus. So they're down their healer. Maybe they can push it to this.
Dirt looking for res here, but now Smorslap tries to solo ult Mercy. One of the few people that in this patch is worthy of being solo ulted. I'll say Mercy is probably has the most solo ulteds that is actually worth it. Because killing her means you might actually be keeping 4 other people dead.
Yes.
We got Chris in the back line trying to. He does have his Primal Rage ready to take some people out here.
Yeah, we have Midi Ninja switching off the Orisa and going to a Roadhog now.
Might be trying to pull that Bastion out of position. Or possibly trying to get people out of the way. Maybe trying to deal with that.
Yeah, they're nearing the section that they need to bring the payload to.
They're quite close, actually.
Really contesting this payload and stopping it from moving.
Nano Dragon is on the point, doing a lot of work here, but he does go down to Midi Ninja, so that might be a good play right there. Red Hawk going to take out Mr. Frosty.
Coming in, bringing down Mr. Frosty with his ult here.
And that's going to be a good charge. And Dom's going to res Nano Dragon, who's going to get back on that point here. Mitch is trying to do a bunch of work here. There's Dirt with a big res. But Captain Gus goes down. He was in a very bad spot. Nano Dragon takes out both supports here. Brick trying to do some work, but that Winston is unable to do a lot here.
There you go.
And that's going to be round, making it 2-1. Nano Dragon is still not lost yet. It was a good strategy to bring out that Bastion. Alright, we're going to get Spooky and Dirt in here for an after game thing after we watch this play the game here.
I wonder who it goes to.
It's gonna go to Nano Dragon. Again, Nano Dragon is proving that he is able to do a lot of DPS work.
Yeah.
It looked a little rough there at the beginning, but managed to do a lot of work at the end. He's gonna kill Captain Gus here.
Just brought them right back down again. Yep. I feel like it's more sad on a Mercy's point of view. Yeah. After going in for a cool res and then they just go right back.
Let's see where the cards go. The cards go to Dom.
Dom.
Everybody is voting for him. And 1 for Brick. I think Brick voted for himself.
It was yes.
That was actually all of these games have after the first one they have been really close.
He said, "Damn, no 10. You're asking too much now, Dom. Except the 8." There's Mercies out there that can barely get 2.
They're just trying to leave without it being interviewed.
Bringing in Dirt here for a post-interview with Spooky Poops.
I don't see Spooky on anywhere, so I don't know if Spooky is still in the chat or not. See, I don't see him. We might just still interview Dirt then, regardless, and see what his take on the game.
Oh, he came in.
Oh, there he is. Here's Spooky.
I'm here for the interview.
Here we go.
Yeah,
we're gonna
interview you.
We're gonna bring Dirty in there.
That last battle.
Oh, thank you.
All right, here we go. Bringing Dirt in now. Here, Dirt, you're here for an interview with your favorite pal, Spooky Poops. He has some questions for you.
Dirt, welcome to the interview room. So Dirt, how did it feel playing a character you've never played ever in your life ever?
I have played Mercy, so Well, it didn't seem like it.
Oh my god.
No,
This is not roasting dirt. Aw, you can't make our guests leave.
That's the only reason I came here was to roast dirt. So.
Wow.
No. Nah, he actually did pretty well. I mean, in terms of the Mercy game, seeing the reses go off there, because I was watching the whole time. The Mercy reses that went off between each of the players was really good. It basically just came down to who could follow up after the reses. And especially with that Bastion.
The
freaking, like, tore through the game. It was insane just watching him.
Yeah.
So.
Also, Dirt told me to tell you you're bad at PUBG.
I am. I died like we were playing. I died like 5 times right in the beginning, and then the one time I died like even earlier, Dirt went on to like I don't know finish almost the entire game, but he was getting there. So yeah, all around, no, that was a good game to watch. I really enjoyed it.
That was a very close game. Yeah, that one.
It was head to
down
head.
To the wire.
That was nice to see. Yeah, down to the wire, exactly.
When the first team was attacking, they barely got to that first point. It was in overtime there, or just about.
Yep, I could have seen them holding that for another 2 minutes, especially after that res. They were just able to follow up, so.
Yep.
So that Bastion. Nano Dragon on that Bastion really helped out in the end.
I was really hoping to see that Orisa gameplay from Dom, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? Thanks for letting me stop by.
No problem, Spooky. Thanks for coming. We appreciate you as always.
All right, take it easy. Thank you.
See you. All right. So now we're gonna just tally up the scores real quick, and then we're gonna get in for Captain Gus. He was on the losing side there. Got 1 point. We got Captain Gus. Mr. Frosty got 1 point as well. Brickburner got a point as well there. Mr. Mitch got a point. And
Mr. Frosty bringing up that he hates Bastion, Ryan, Anna together.
I think for this one, since we'll be dropping down to 5v5, we might ban Bastion for 5 and under, and then for 4 and under, we'll ban Bastion, Torbjorn, and Symmetra, and then for under that, we'll ban.
Can we just ban Symmetra entirely?
Why? Symmetra's a fun character, I personally think.
Symmetra is a very interesting pick, especially when I'm seeing higher SRs play.
Yeah, it's the people that play at that level, Symmetra, either destroy the entire team still, or they get shut down because someone is able to play against them really well. Crusader was on the winning side again, and
but Dirt, were you here for when he actually said you did a good job? You don't understand, Dirt. You can't leave in the middle of a conversation because you can't hear all the glorification we did.
Alrighty. Let's see. Let's put the 2 people that have won both rounds on different teams. Actually, there's 3 people. We're gonna put Nano, keep him there, but we're gonna put George and Dom on the other team because they both have won twice as well. Let's put.
Stig saying you should pick Junktown. I wish, buddy. Junktown.
I'd love to. I'd love to do Junktown. So Captain Gus and Mitty have not won. Unfortunately, Mitty had to leave. So we're gonna put Captain Gus with Nano, and see if we can get him some points back. We got Brick, has not won either, so we're gonna put Brick over there as well. Chris did come in here and win 1. That's right. So his name isn't even in here as well. He did get a 13, however. Let's see. Let's go down the list here, just organizing the team as best possible. I think we're gonna keep Mitch on with Nano this time. Stig has done a good job winning, so we're gonna keep that. I think this will be pretty darn even. And we're gonna say no Bastion. No Bastion for this round. I did not put a space there. Heroes. Bastion has been disabled. if I could find Bastion. All right, everybody. Last game. Let's go. I just got to switch maps real quick, and then we're all set, everybody. So last map for everybody is Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Gibraltar! Woo!
All right, hopefully everybody's having a good time in the stream right now. Dirt, thanks for coming. Dirt, you did a great job. I don't know if you heard that from me or Caroline.
Yes.
Spooky did compliment you afterwards on some of the reses that you did.
Spooky saying in the comments, I like tilting dirt. Oh boy.
That seems like a weird sentence just because it's like
it's
you're like tilling, you know, reminds me of like tilling dirt.
Actual dirt from the ground.
Yeah.
You see, Watchpoint Gibraltar, in my opinion, is actually one of the more challenging.
It's just because it's one of the longer payload maps.
Yes.
It's also
it's
unfortunately.
Fun, but there's moments where it's like, oh, this is difficult.
Oh.
Bastion only.
We have a. Here we go. I made a little bit of a mistake, everybody. Hold on. Let me make just a little bit of a change here. I should have noticed that in the first one.
You guys misunderstood the.
Yeah, it's Bastion only.
It's Bastion only, guys.
All right, restarting the match here. Sorry about that, everybody.
This is why we can't have nice things.
That's Chris's favorite line, I think.
Wouldn't you want only Bastion though? Sounds like a good idea.
I feel like for a fun week, just because this happened, we need to do a round of only Bastion.
Only Bastion, yeah.
And then a round of only Sombra, just so we can let Dirt come play for a fun week, which we'll be doing every couple weeks. So we can get the people that can't normally play, like Dirt, Spooky, Caroline, myself, allowed to get in on some of the action. Also, for anybody that is watching, if you're on PC, we might also be doing a Saturday league that I think will be open to everybody. No restrictions on SR. Won't be commentated because I think I will be playing as well. But it won't be. We won't keep track of points. It'll be more for a learning experience, really teaching people. But it will still be have that competitive kind of system.
That sounds exciting. Be a pro. Be a pro at what? Be a man. Gotta be a man.
I want to say play Symmetra just to give people bad ideas. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to be biased. We do a
Crusader on a Widow here.
Which is interesting. Widow, he's actually a pretty darn good Widow if he is warmed up. I saw him when he was over here hanging out with us, Dom and Chris and I.
We have a dance party happening on the red team.
I gotta see that. They got a whole party. But
yay!
George was playing his placements mostly as Widow, and that's one of the few games that he actually won in placements. It was on Oasis. Yeah, and Chris was on Mercy. Got Captain Gus on the Mercy spot today.
Ground. The blue team's definitely taking the high ground here, seeing if they can kind of pull them, keep in this little area.
Both teams electing to go 2 DPS, 2 heal, or 1 tank, which can actually be pretty strong, especially on maps like this when you need to really push. Sometimes it's almost better to have 2 tanks for on attack because you can kind of stay together. Brickburner taking out Red Hawk. Red Hawk might have a rude awakening going against S'moreslap's Junkrat. S'moreslap's Junkrat is very deadly. It just he doesn't have a high SR just because nobody likes to play with the Junkrat on their team seemingly.
Yeah.
But red team is
staying on the payload here.
S'more does seemingly have his ult here. Brick almost has his ult as well. Captain Gus nearly has his. Nano Dragon and Mr. Mitch both at 50%. Doing a pretty good job for their ults. Actually get up there. Dom is trying to keep Stig up here, but trying not to push out too much. Trying to get over. Chris immediately swapped onto Roadhog. Possibly seeing a good opportunity here. Being able to do some DPS. However, and I think in a couple weeks we might see some changes to the game. Uh-oh, here comes a big ult. And both ults.
Both healers.
Yeah, both supports going taken down by that one ult here. And it looks like this might be a little bit of a steamroll here. Nano Dragon doing a bunch of work as Winston, but I think right now S'more is kind of carrying his team a little bit here. He's gotten most of the kills, I believe, on his team right now. Captain Gus doing a good job of keeping everybody alive. Chris trying to get up there as Winston, getting back on Brickburner. Seems to be a threat to them, but S'moreslap takes him out at half health here.
Taking a Red Hawk with that. Concussion mine, unfortunately.
Brick was smart to get away there and just let S'more deal with it. Captain Gus might be thinking about making that one ran res, which is going to be what it's going to be pretty soon, all the time.
Yes, get used to solo reses.
George and Crusader have both been on Nano's team the whole time. So
Yeah.
is it that they were carried by Nano, or is it that they were doing some work? But Stig coming up
taking
with
down
another
both
big
Nano
ult.
and Mr. Mitch, this is fantastic. Ah, getting res by Captain Gus.
Captain
Hopefully
Gus with
that'll
a big
help
res here,
Red
but
team
Brick's
up.
going to go in now. Possibly getting that,
Mr.
but
Mitch
Captain Gus
keeping
gets
them in with that
slept.
Transcendence.
S'more
And
Slap is
Brick
anti-healed
going
right
in.
now.
Yes.
I just feel like the blue team, however, right now is not doing a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of consistent damage. They have a bunch from S'more here and there, or getting taken down by S'more a lot. They have Crusader on Soldier, and they have Stig on Diva and Chris on Red Hawk, but that's really low damage in comparison with all the shields that are coming out. I feel like
S'more
what
Slap
might be
using
good.
his ult. Oh, bringing down Crusader after him rushing.
That's
on
going to
in.
be this point taken right away. Most people down. Stig's just going to try to be stalling there as long as he can.
Nano boosted stick.
Stig gets taken out.
Yep, and right
Unfortunately.
there, right down.
That's going to be point with 5 minutes left. This last point, however, can be very hard. Chris is going to be going to Mercy now, probably trying to get some stalls, probably deal with Brick a little bit. Brick has actually been able to doing a lot of work. It's just he's having to go against Nano quite a bit. So it might be a little bit interesting here. Reaper, as I was trying to say before, could go really well if they had someone that could go on Reaper, but I don't think they have really a lot of DPS mains on that team. A lot of them are support and tank mains, except for the exception of maybe George might be the only one, because Stig usually plays Diva or Ana, Frosty.
Yeah.
We saw him on the McCree before, but he seems more comfortable playing Ana right now.
Ana right now, yeah.
Dom has been
definitely.
rocking that Mercy the whole time here. Captain Gus trying to get the
He's
team, but a
doing
good anti-heal right now.
Yeah.
Trying to lob some bombs in there. Dom trying to keep his team up as well. Stig might get
this is
charged
the
here, but a
clearest-
good sleep.
Yeah.
Nano Dragon is on that Reinhardt instead right now.
This is the clearest hold of the payload that blue team has had yet.
But
But-
S'more's going to be coming back in with his ult here. Dom trying to keep people up. I
Yeah.
don't think the ult got anybody right now. I think it blew
Yeah,
up a
Mr. Mitch
little
just
bit early.
held Nano with that ult, but I think with all of them kind of staggered out here, they might have to regroup. Unless
Right
Nano
now-
Dragon keeps the payload moving here.
Stig is the only tank they have, and right now he is out of his suit currently. Chris got a little bit nervous because of Nano Dragon, but he's trying to do a bunch of work here. Reinhardt's usually have quite a bit of a hard time. S'more flanking behind, trying to get Dom. Dom barely avoids that trap here. Sees the opportunity to res here. He might try to take it, but he knows that trap is still there right now. Here comes an ult. He sees two people. He's going to res them both. Gets them last second. And it looks like Nano Dragon's going to be going down. But here comes a bigger res from Captain Gus here.
Triple.
Red Hawk trying to
That's
take him
gonna
back
keep
out
him
though. There's
in
not a lot of
this game.
capitalization. Here comes the Junkrat
Force
ult.
up, another. Ooh.
He
Doesn't
froze
take any
Captain Gus, but he gets kicked in the face by Mitch, who asked him to politely to take a seat.
Oh, Sword slap. He's sleeping.
More like sleep slap right now. It's more sleep, I guess, would be better.
Blue team actually doing a good job of kind of keeping them at bay.
They do have
Red
two
team has
ults
been
to counter
pushing the
here.
entire time.
They
Yeah.
could possibly nano boost the Diva again if they need to. I wouldn't even be opposed to nano boosting a Mei at this point, just for that
Yeah.
extra damage on the freeze. People could go for the
Their
capitalization.
only tank is this Diva, so they could utilize having a powered up anyone else.
Yep. S'more Slap gonna be taking out Chris there. S'more Slap is very accurate with those Junkrat bombs.
Oh,
Stig
Nano
getting
Dragon.
another two, but unfortunately S'more gets taken out by Dom. Or Dom gets taken out by S'more Slap with the death bombs, the martyrdom.
Nano Dragon actually pinned that Diva ult and moved it so that it wasn't next to his team. That was
Good
kind
play,
of interesting to watch.
good play by Nano there. Saving possibly could be worth right there. Mitch trying to hide behind this cart, move around that wall. Chris is going to be trying to push up on Captain Gus. However, gets taken out by S'more Slap yet again. S'more Slap doing a ton of work keeping that Mei off of his team. I think
Mr.
without
Mitch and Tranquility trying to keep the red team there. S'more Slap gonna come in with his
Dom
getting
gets taken
two.
out too, and Dom gets taken out by Brick Burner. Got Stig trying to float around the point here. Got
Yeah.
the Mei coming back out and stalling, if nothing else. Chris on the point here, being
Yeah.
slapped around by Nano. Gets booped away. We got Crusader coming back in with his ult
Just
here.
trying to keep it
Dom
at
does
bay
have
here.
red. Chris is about to have his res here. He's going to have it in just a second, but George takes out 2
Crusader, yeah.
pretty easily
Yep.
there. Chris is going to decide to ult. Generally, it might be worth it, might not be. Got Frosty on swapping off of Ana here to go to another DPS. Almost has his ult already. And I think he's just has been on for only about 30 seconds so far. However, we do have Captain Gus's ult and might not be able to get it here because they might have a hard time getting back to the point now. Brick
And
is
Dragon
almost
switching
at
to
his ult.
Winston here, yeah. And
I think they've just been having a hard time focusing down Dom.
Yeah.
Because he's been able to float alive. Except for maybe Brick has been keeping him off a little bit. Chris is going to try to be hiding up on the high ground, but unfortunately his wall is not quite solid up there. Dom unfortunately gets left behind. Brick is by himself.
yeah. And Mr. Frosty on this Tracer now. Wow.
He gets taken out by Brick.
But getting her res, which is good. So
Brick
Tracer
trying to go
has
for
her
Dom,
res.
takes him
her
out.
res, her ult.
Going to be taking out George here as well. A lot of explosive damage. Going to be ulting George.
Ooh.
But it gets taken
Brick
out by the
bringing down Red
Diva.
Hog.
But he gets out the Diva with good heals from Captain Gus here.
Captain Gus going ahead and rezzing S'more Slap over here. Who's
And the
kind of
bomb misses
waiting
from Mr.
behind.
Frosty, but actually gets Captain Gus in the
Ah.
process.
He's gonna go ahead and use
Red team getting a lot of kills here. S'more Slap taking out Red Hawk.
Red team
Mr.
on
Mitch taking him
overtime
down.
now. They might, yep.
In
no one from
overtime.
Spawn can
That
bring
was
it
a
back
very
up.
close game here, close push.
And that was a team kill at the end. Oh boy.
Welcome to everybody else in the stream chat. Thanks for joining and coming out. Sorry we're not talking about so much, but we're trying to commentate these games. Hopefully everybody is enjoying. If you want to be a part of this, all you have to do is be in between 1700 and 3000 SR. Is a little bit of an exception is allowed if I've seen you play. But all you got to do is be part of the Discord and let us know what team you want to be on. Team Hanzo or Team Lucio. You can actually vote for your team if you do hashtag Team Hanzo or Team Lucio if you're not already a part of the team and you want to be. Or if I already know you're part of the team, I will give you some extra points, which will be calculated at the end of the night, along with our MVP moment of the night. I'm gonna let Caroline pick the MVP of the night because I did it last time.
We still have a lot of a game left to watch, so this will be exciting to see. I probably have one in my head that I'm thinking of. But yeah, if you are if you want to be part of it right now, make sure that you can give points to whichever team. Literally in the comments right now, you can go ahead and hashtag Team Hanzo, Team Lucio, and they will get points for whichever team you end up choosing. And then go into the description underneath the video and look. There's a link to the Discord. You're welcome to join. It's a fun Discord.
There's also a bunch of other things in the Discord, like other people's channels that I'd recommend you go watch. Things like that. Lots of streamers, different things. Usually, like goals will be in there as well, as long as donations if you feel obligated to. But that will always go back into the stream. Nothing like that. I don't normally like to plug this, but I figured since a lot of people are here hanging out, having a fun time, if you want to help me make other people be able to have a fun time, whether it's getting someone a better processor, saving things up for things like that, that's what it's going to mainly be going back to.
To donate, yes. We have Spooky actually voting for a Team Bongo.
Hashtag Team Bongo. I think everybody knows that Spooky plays pretty much only Orisa. Except when his team yells at him too much, and he switches to Diva, and then the next round he switches back to Orisa. But it works. We got George on this. Brick is going to be playing that Reaper position. Gets taken out by Mr. Frosty.
Yeah, on
Gets
his Widow.
bonked.
Actually helping push this red team back from helping stop the payload here, which is fantastic.
A really good Widow can really shake things up. Gets those picks when needed. Trying to take out Captain Gus. Getting a couple hits, but he gets taken out by Red Hawk. A little bit of help. Nano Dragon has to back up here. Got Mr. Mitch taken out. A lot of teams taken out here. Brick is very low again.
He's on this Reaper here, but he is low.
He did manage to get Stig out of shoot, but gets
Yikes.
taken out by the help of Frosty and Red Hawk.
Payload's still moving underneath them.
Red team is kind of staggered here. S'more trying to sneak up
Yeah.
on Frosty. Takes him out, and he's going to be backing off away. Getting out of there. S'more Slap doing a lot
Red
of
team would have had
sneaky
an
work
amazing
here.
push, but Mr. Frosty did do a good job of kind of staggering them, bringing down two. Then they didn't have enough members to kind of keep that push going, you know?
Yeah, we do have Chris's ult that he's going to pop right now.
Yikes.
Takes out two with his ult.
Yeah.
Brick is behind here, trying to get some work done. Mitch is
Mr. Mitch
barely
dancing
alive
on the
there.
payload.
He goes
Yikes.
down. Brick is going for that Widow. Looks like blue team might be making a pretty strong push here as well. Brick with that reaction time of a god, seemingly blocking that Widow shot that was coming for his head, but still gets taken out in the end. Stig trying to go in on some more.
At the top there, but
and they still get the point.
Are going in for him, yeah.
He's going to get trapped and lose half of his health to the ults there, but that's going to be a lot of ult charge for Dom.
Yes.
This is one of the maps that if you can get past that first push rather convincingly, it's going to be very hard to hold, so we might see another very close game here. Stig doing a lot of work, might be looking to put his ult in here. Captain Gus goes down to Red Hawk, who's on that soldier position now. Another very good character for him. Dom trying to hide in that background, pushing that cart along. Brick Burner does take out Mr. Frosty. Dom has his res ready. I don't think he's going to be resing Mr. Frosty. He doesn't like to usually solo res. But there's less people, so sometimes it might be worth it.
Slap coming in with his...
Well, Dom trying to hide here.
Pick up anyone. Yeah, picks off Crusader here.
Brick jumping right over Dom, actually. Going for Red Hawk. Red Hawk being very squirrely with the help of Mercy. Mr. Frosty takes out S'more Slap.
Yeah.
And a good headshot shoots from Mr. Frosty. Unfortunately, it was on himself. Brick's going in now. Trying to take out Dom, which he does. Going for Stig now. Brick going big with Genji here. Crystal Dagger, thanks for coming back.
Here, though. There are a couple scattered here. Oh, yeah. Red Hawk was below there, but didn't quite survive.
And that's going to be a big stagger.
Come in.
Red team actually stopping them here.
Mr. Frosty trying his best to probably pick off a couple before they rush in to get the payload.
Towards the end of every point, it seems towards the end, there's always a position that's really hard to get your momentum through and keep it going. That was a really good ult from Brick to stop that push, but however, we got Captain Gus's res and Nano Dragons up on, so they're going to have to push to that, but we have 4 ults for the other side here. Brick going on to George using his, but that's going to be an ult here. Doesn't get anybody. Brick jumping around on top of George, but here comes an ult from the other side. And Brick goes down to Stig's ult, getting very consistently getting a lot of kills there. Nano Dragon going in on Crusader, but however, no one's really focusing down that Mercy. Dom has just been allowed to sit there, and that's like the Mercy's dream.
People, I feel like Widow's being a good distraction.
The
majority of the DPS team on the red side is trying to take down this Widow, so he can stop getting picked off.
He's gonna get another good kill on Mr. Mitch.
There we go.
2 good picks there, but it might be not a little too late, because I think Brick might be the few people that are up. Captain Gus is still floating around somewhere. Nano Dragon trying to ult here. Chris goes down to Brick. Brick is popping off this game. This is what happens when you give Brick some confidence. He goes on a roll with Genji.
Yeah.
He's getting a good help, good healing from his team right now. He's doing a good job of keeping that Widow out of play. Doing a bunch of own damage, and it gets taken out. Don unable to heal through that damage there. Mr. Frosty might be looking to switch here, possibly to a Winston. Might really help his team here. Actually, it may work, but here comes Brick with an ult. Takes out the Mercy.
Yeah.
Gonna be taking out Crusader as well with the help of Nano. And the red team looks to be decidingly holding here. That good push that blue team was having doesn't look like it's gonna be going through anymore.
Yeah. Blue team trying to...
Chris does have ult. They do have 3 ults. The res...
Mr. Frosty anime. Pun intended, I'm guessing. But he is alone.
They might be able to make a better push. Chris being heavily focused down by Brick Burner. Brick doing a good job of blocking some of that damage, and it's going to back up to safety. Chris might be looking, but the D.Va might be in a bad position, out of suit. Getting out, but taken out by Brick before he can get more than 1. But however, it might allow his team to push in. They just got to get rid of Brick Burner. Brick very heavily focusing on Dom.
With Brick trying to...
He does res Crusader, unable to get, I think, the 2 that he wanted. Brick takes him out. 16 seconds left. Mr. Frosty doing some work here on Captain Gus.
Crusader still pushing the payload.
Brick with his ult again.
Hopefully getting a little overtime here.
Brick, however, unable to do what's on there. Nano Dragon taking 2 out.
Frosty and Stig. with Slap coming in behind getting Crusader. Red, he's trying to keep that overtime for his team.
The overwhelming DPS. Dom's trying to do something for
coming
there.
in as well. Yikes, I don't think anyone else is going to be able to come in time. Yep, that's game.
Was S'more Slap on attack or Brick on the defense? The overwhelming DPS just was too much for the blue team there. It looked to be a close game, but it unfortunately towards the end, Brick just made sure it was not a close game there. Yes. He was not having it. He was ready to go to bed. I want this game done quick. I'm done. All right, so we're gonna come back. We're gonna interview a couple people. I think we should interview Brick, and we're gonna interview. I think.
Brick getting play of the game.
Brick taking it away from Nano for a change. Nano played a lot of tank that time though. He was helping on his team. I think we're gonna bring Chris in here as well as Brick. Brick getting a good double kill during that. Are they gonna vote Dom again? Let's see.
Let's see if they all vote Dom.
Mr. Bitch voted for himself.
15,000, yes. 8 again.
All right, Chris, I think actually jumped off of the game, so we're gonna see if we can pull him in rather quickly before he goes to bed, unless he's already gone. All right, we're gonna pull Chris in. All right, I'm gonna just message him just to make sure. Alrighty. Let's see. We just gotta get him in here. All right, hey Chris, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. What do you think of your first time during Dojo and as overall?
It really depends on your teammates.
Okay.
All right.
I'm feeling a little. You're hinting at something there, huh?
I mean,
what did you feel worked and didn't work? Okay.
Did you feel your team had a little bit of lack of communication? A little bit in there?
It wasn't lack of communication. We communicated all right. It was the execution.
Ah, okay. Well, it is only week 2 of real games and week 3 of Dojo, and it's your first time here. We had actually quite a lot of new people here. S'moreslab's first time. Stig was here for the first time. Mr. Frosty was here for the first time. And you as well, even though you were here as a veteran from Dojo Season 1. But real quick question, how do you feel Dojo competitive is... How do you feel it differs from actual competitive games? Communication.
Okay.
Nobody has fucking communication in any of my Overwatch games. That's why I'm the guy who doesn't play Overwatch, because I fucking no communication.
Yeah, I can agree with you.
Most triggering thing ever.
Unfortunately, you won't usually get it until Diamond and Master level.
It's true.
From what I've seen.
Almost there though.
You'll get there.
Good.
Get there one day, man. All right. Well, thank you so much for Chris for coming in, talking with us for a little bit. Also, thanks for coming to Dojo in general. We'll hope to see you next week.
I was playing Minesweeper and I was like, oh shit, I'll watch Purple at the same time. And I saw Brick drop and I was like, oh shit, dude.
And then we had a full 6v6, which was awesome.
Mine. And then you're like, this is my destiny.
George's boosted Bastion play.
Oh, that was fun.
You cannot stand for that. That's a joy.
It made me really sad because there was like 3 different ways they could have taken care of it and they just didn't.
Yeah.
For people that hate Bastion, like Dom is one of them, and I think you might be in that crew a little bit. What do you think might be the best way to deal with a Bastion in that situation?
Jump on his dick as May.
As May. Ooh, that's a. I wasn't expecting that as an option for an opponent.
Saw me trying to do work on.
I know you did. You did quite a bit of work with May.
Yeah.
I mean, just her freeze is so
useful.
So much utilities.
Yeah. You're also doing a lot of work against Nano on Reinhardt for defense for quite a lot. You stopped his push with Reinhardt, and I think he swapped off to Winston right near the end as well because he couldn't do a lot with your May. So good job on there.
He was a very aggressive Reinhardt. Nano, if you're listening, play with your team more. I will wall you off 95% of the time.
Nano is a very aggressive player. That's why he plays well when he gets put on Doomfist, because he can jump back to his team when he realizes, oh shit, I'm 5 miles away from my team.
Yeah, I better go back.
Yeah. One last question for you, Chris. S'moreslab played Junkrat long time, and you used to play quite a lot of Junkrat. You're more so on the Zenyatta, but what did you think about his Junkrat play?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Could be better.
Not bad.
Could be better.
Could be better.
Have you noticed that a lot of his style of Junkrat is flanking Junkrat?
It's really fucking annoying.
I know.
You don't expect it, and you don't know where it's coming from, and you have to look around for a bit, and by that time you're probably already dead.
It's seemingly.
Yeah. If your trap's not on cooldown, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Thanks for talking with you, Chris. It's always a pleasure, and we'll see you next time.
Really fun.
Put him there. Okay, and now we're just gonna pull in Brickburner before he leaves. Hey, Brick, here for a post game interview. How did that feel after that game?
It felt really good because I finally won a match today.
You finally won a match, and you really popped off towards the end as Genji. You
Definitely.
pretty much carried all the DPS there. There was not like more than 30 seconds that you were not in the kill feed. How does that feel?
It feels awesome, and especially since I haven't been playing that much, and I actually just did well.
I said that at the beginning of whenever you were on Genji is what happens for Brick is either he pops off and goes nuts, and the only thing that will stop him is a good Winston, or he'll just kind of sit in the back, do a little bit of work, and it seemed like it was that for a little bit more on the attacking side. S'more was doing a lot of the work as Junkrat, getting in behind, doing a lot of work, and you were seeing his name a lot. And then on the defense, you were kind of swapped roles with him, and you were just getting a bunch of kills. You had your ult, I think, in within 45 seconds for one of them. So you did a lot of work, so congratulations there.
Thank you.
I asked this to Chris as well when he was in here interviewing, but how do you feel DOJO differs from normal competitive? What are some ways you feel?
It doesn't differ too much, in my opinion. There was one point where it was like actually 6v6. It was like, oh gosh, this is actually a competitive match.
Yeah.
It can be a little different because you have more communication than a normal solo queue comp match, and you're playing with people that you actually know. That also helps. And you're playing against people that you know.
Do you feel? Does it feel better to play with people you know, or worse? Do you think?
It depends if you win or lose. If you lose, I think it sucks.
Because they can hold it over your head for a while.
But if you win, it's like, oh, we worked so well together. This is so fun. We should do it more.
No. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Brick. Thanks for coming today. How do you feel? Nano has not lost a game yet.
In like all of DOJO?
He's all the 2 weeks that he's been here. For the normal weeks, he has not lost a game. He has not dropped a single game as of yet.
We should do 1v6 against
1v6 against Nano for next week. All right, we'll make sure to tell Nano that he will be doing a 1v6 next week, and he'll get, if you guys lose somehow, he will be getting all of your points that you currently have plus the ones for the win for all of you. So I don't know. I don't know if we'll, I don't know if we'll actually do that, but maybe for a fun week.
Maybe for a fun one.
We'll do Boss Nano versus 6 people, or something like that.
If you pull that off, then I'd question his rank.
He is, you know, to be fair, like a week before DOJO started, he was mid to low gold.
Was he really?
And then he jumped up from mid to low gold to platinum near diamond. Wow. I think just over platinum for a while. But for a while, like up until this season, he was silver, bronze area, and even lower the seasons before, like really low around like the 800 rank. Just because I guess maybe he just didn't know the game. He learned a lot more as the time went by. So he really flip-flopped his game, and I feel like a lot of people have because of DOJO. Like yourself included, I think you just feel a lot more coordinated, even after not playing a while after season 1 of DOJO. A lot of different people, just the coordination of what to expect from people because of that communication that you get, so you know what you're in people's head. One last question for you: how'd you feel playing with Dirt as Mercy?
He carried me.
He carried you guys a little bit.
Because there was one moment where I was in the middle of like 4 people for like 30 seconds as Genji. And I didn't die. And I was like, Dirt, you're a god.
However, you know you did lose that round.
I did.
All right.
I did. That one moment I was like...
This is fantastic. How did I... Yeah. You're waiting for the inevitable death and you're like, wait, what?
I'm not dead?
On Buff Mercy. Just kill cam, just fill the Dirt gaming on Mercy.
Maybe he has a Smurf account and it's just him as Mercy. He only has 2 minutes on this account because on his other account he's actually Grandmaster Mercy. We just don't know.
The only other account he plays, he has a Smurf on. He used to. That's where he started playing Sombra, and now he only plays Doomfist on it. And
wow.
So basically, it's his practice account for his main one. So, but he wants to get to Grandmaster as Sombra. We were also talking about doing a 6v6 Sombra week, as I think you suggested, right? For fun. Yeah, we'll keep that into
everyone's invisible.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, Brick, thanks for coming. Sorry you had to drop out of that one game, but thanks for coming back.
No problem.
All right, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
All right, everybody. So thank you so much for watching this. Caroline, do you have your MVP for the night?
I feel like I'm gonna say someone that everyone's gonna hate me giving MVP, but I'm gonna have to give it to Nano Dragon. I feel to be honest, all of the, like, he was great overall, but the most pinnacle moments that really won his team for him was him ulting and him doing what he was meant to do, especially as a Pharah and especially as a Bastion. And I feel like that really ended up helping his team, which is why he ended up winning all of these matches tonight, and he still hasn't lost. I feel like he just comes in at those really vital moments that it's like, oh wow, we needed that and now we won.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Nano, like, he does a good job. As he said, he plays, from Chris says, he plays up really far. He gets cut off a lot, but he does come up with those big moments.
Yeah.
Actually, Chris, funny enough, plays that way a little bit himself sometimes, unless you get him to rein in. But there's a very specific style of way people like that play. They're usually too aggressive, but they'll either come up with huge plays or they'll die. And it's just that timing. You know, it's just what you
one
need
of my
to do.
favorites that Nano Dragon did was on Dorado. The enemy team tried to do that whole Bastion on the payload, and him as the defending team kind of pulled up as a Pharah and knew what he had to do, and he took that Bastion off the payload immediately, which is something that the enemy team could have done the last round before that, but they kind of didn't get quite there because of how much protection that Bastion had. So it's kind of cool to see him realize, oh, they're trying to do what we did, well, I know how to defeat that, which is how we defended it so well in the last round. I feel like that helped out.
Yep. So overall, I think it's helping everybody improve. Make sure to let me know in the Discord that's linked in the description of this video. If you want to come to a Saturday one that's going to be more for learning purposes, and we'll have a higher level and lower level people there. It won't be as competitive, but it will still be very competitive in the sense of that I'll be playing, maybe Spooky and Dirt will be playing. Caroline might join us as well. Because I know Sunday is very difficult for people at times, either in terms of internet or being able to stay up, especially with school starting. Yeah, or if you want it to be more competitive, just like this one, let me know as well. I'm free to listen to suggestions as well. But anyway, everybody, thank you so much for coming. I'll be adding up the scores and totals of everybody this week. And I think Lucio is still in the lead. Actually, might be by quite a bit, actually. Because Dom won 2 out of 3 games, and he's on Team Lucio as well. So
Zune wants to know which team won this week.
I think Hanzo dropped down about, like, went from being 4 points.
Lucio again.
I think from being 4 points away to being about like 10 points away. So everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Bye-bye.